Hello everyone, welcome to China Watch. In recent years, the employment in mainland China has deteriorated significantly. Companies are closing down in large numbers, foreign capital is withdrawing, and even the surviving businesses are either cutting salaries or laying off employees. At the same time, the number of university graduates continues to increase year after year, reaching 11.79 million in 2024 and expected to rise to 12.22 million in 2025. With a growing number of job seekers and fewer job opportunities, many young people are resorting to extreme measures, willing to spend large sums of money to find connections for employment. As a result, various mysterious job placement agencies have emerged on social media, marketing themselves under the banner of internal referrals and high-end employment. These agencies prey on the anxiety of job-seeking graduates and their families. Unfortunately, most of these agencies are nothing more than fraudulent organizations, scamming families out of their life savings before they realize they've been deceived.
I used 350,000 yuan to buy these 3 pieces of paper. I feel that Zheng is a liar. She acted out a trick to deceive me. In July and August last year, my daughter just graduated and I wanted to find her a job. Through the WeChat public account, I added a high-end employment account. She said that she could find a job in a tobacco company, formal, and 350,000 yuan. I came to Zhengzhou at the end of last year and found Zheng to sign a contract. I gave her 200,000 yuan first. After a while, I received the job list and transferred the remaining 150,000 yuan to Zhang. I felt that it was reliable. At the end of June, someone claiming to be from the tobacco company called my daughter and asked her to report at 3 p.m. the next day. After arriving in Zhengzhou, the call could not be connected, so I went home. Until July 1st, I felt that this matter could not be done.
In November 2023, I saw his push on TikTok. It said high-end employment, placement of formal employees of the Tobacco Monopoly Bureau, and talent introduction. At that time, he promised an annual salary of about 200,000 yuan.
Mr. Zhao from Weifang came across an online advertisement claiming to offer a job in the tobacco industry, with an annual salary of 150,000 to 300,000 yuan and only 8 openings in Shandong province. He signed an employment service contract with the agency and paid them 560,000 yuan, under the promise that within 210 days, he would secure a formal position in the tobacco industry.
He said that the placement was 100% successful, and then in December 2023, he asked me to follow them to Yunnan and trained in a hotel in Xuantian, Yunnan. They said that the training was organized by the Tobacco Science Institute. Then we trained there for a month. There were about 200 people at that time. After the training, we were asked to go back and wait for notification. It was March, and then we received a notification to go to the Hunan Yongzhou tobacco factory and intern in the form of outsourcing. We sorted tobacco leaves in the workshop in the form of outsourcing. At the end of March 2024, I was allowed to go home. I waited until November 2024, exactly 1 year, and the placement was not successful. When I asked him to refund the money, he said that the money could not be refunded for various reasons. I want to ask, when will the refund be refunded? It's been more than 20 days.
For a refund, you agree to a 20% deduction, right?
I don't agree.
If you don't agree, you can't get a refund. I'm telling you, most of the money has already been given to up there.
Where's up there?
It's our superiors. They are the ones who make the decisions and we are just the representatives.
Why do you deduct 20%?
Related operating expenses. Because the expenses have already been incurred during our contract period.
However, when the agency failed to deliver, they only refunded 480,000 yuan, withholding 80,000 yuan. Mr. Zhao was also made to sign an agreement stating he would no longer pursue the matter.
I don't agree. They lied to me or forced me to sign. If I don't sign, they won't refund me a penny. I can only say that I signed. And it's not just me who got less money back. There are many people like me who paid money to arrange a job but didn't get it back. I asked around and they said some paid 400,000, 500,000, and even 800,000. So far, I haven't heard of anyone getting a job.
In mainland China, high-end employment typically refers to securing stable positions in government agencies, state-owned enterprises, and financial institutions. However, the civil service exam is far more competitive than the college entrance exam, with an average competition ratio of 66-1 in 2024. China operates on a relationship-driven society, where corruption among officials has become both a frustration and an accepted norm. For those without power or influence, bribing their way into a job is seen as a shortcut to success. Many job seekers, even those nearing 35 years old, are desperate enough to take the risk despite knowing the dangers.
Hello, everyone. I was a young man who was looking for a job in the Ruhr building, which is only 438 meters away from the Tieshi branch in Tieshi district, Shenyang, and was defrauded of 400,000 yuan. I took out a loan for 400,000 yuan. First of all, let me tell you how I met this scammer gang. It was in a part-time job group on a certain WeChat account, an intermediary company in Shenyang that does high-end employment and paid placement. The woman surnamed Sue and I became friends in October 2022. During this process, I also communicated with her about some positions in other companies and asked her about the charging standards. After that, there was no more intersection. In fact, I have been paying attention to this field for the past 2 years. I want to spend some money to find a stable job. In February of this year, I took the high-speed rail to Dalian on a business trip at the end of February. On the way, I found that Sue was promoting this kind of job in the circle of friends again, so I got in touch with her. This time, I asked about the position that I was deceived and the position that I wanted to pay for. Because Sue has been in a part-time job group for 2 years, I have never seen anyone say that she is a liar in the group. I think she has been operating for such a long time, and she should be reliable. On February 22nd, I asked her how much money it would cost to get this position. She told me 550,000 at the time. I asked her how much the down payment was and how long the placement period would be. She told me that the deposit was 50%, and the balance would be paid after receiving the admission letter.
The so-called high-end employment industry is essentially an illegal scam, and even if victims report the fraud, the police often do nothing. Some officers may even be protecting these scam operations.
I saw one circle of friends at that time, and the content displayed every day was very impressive, as if he had a lot of connections. At that time, my sister-in-law was unemployed at home and was very anxious because the pressure of life was really great. On September 10th, I transferred 60,000 yuan to Wang, hoping that he could find a good job. I was looking forward to it coming to fruition. In the end, I found out that it was a scam.
Ms. Zhang's 35-year-old sister-in-law, a mother of 2, hoped to ease her family's financial burden. She came across a high-end job recruitment ad and immediately contacted the agency.
She said she had internal connections and could operate a technician position. After taking up the job, she would earn 10,000 yuan a month. She said that it could be done, but would cost 60,000 yuan.
Desperate for a job, she paid 45,000 yuan upfront. After undergoing an interview and onboarding process, she realized she had been scammed and demanded a refund.
After I got in, I found out that it was not the company she told me about. I was promised a technical position, but after I got in, I became an ordinary employee on the assembly line. I work almost 12 hours a day. It's not worth spending 40,000 to 50,000 yuan to find a job that pays 4,000 to 5,000 yuan per month.
As a result, she said, "Never mind, I've paid the money, and it's done." Then she ignored us and said you can sue her if you want. Yesterday we went to the factory to verify it. The factory said that your sister-in-law's job doesn't require any channels to come here. She is just an ordinary worker on the assembly line.
I asked someone to find a high-end job. At first, they said they were at the Human Resources and Social Security Bureau. We tried for a long time but couldn't get it done. They kept saying, wait and wait. Then we didn't want to wait any longer, so we asked if the community were recruiting. I said it would be okay if I worked there. He said it was easy and would keep searching for us.
Similarly, Ms. Zhang and her cousin sought employment through a human resources company, each paying 20,000 yuan. They signed contracts every 6 months for 2 years, yet never received a job placement.
After our contract expired, He told us that it would be done next month. We thought we had waited for so long, so we didn't mind a little more time. We just felt that this job was good and wanted to wait for this opportunity. My request is that I don't need you to find a job for me anymore. I can find one myself. If you return the money to me, everything will be fine. When will the money be returned?
Soon, I will refund you this week.
When?
It should be this week at the latest. It's over.
Typically, once scammers collect the money, they split the loot and disappear. Not only is high-end employment a scam, but most high-paying job ads online are also traps.
I saw a job posting online and wanted to join the online ride-hailing industry. The salary was quite high. I clicked on it and the staff immediately sent me a message saying that there was a guaranteed salary of 330 yuan. If you are interested, come and learn more.
Is there a guaranteed minimum of 330 yuan?
Yes, 10 hours a day, 330 guaranteed. But the way these people make money is too shameless. They said, if you don't drive anymore, they can buy back the car at any time. Buy it back at the original price, and return the car at any time. You drive for a few months, and you pay the monthly installments for a few months. Now I have to bear the car loan myself, 180,000 car loan, 0 down payment to buy the car, and now the company won't give me a refund.
In early December 2024, leading Chinese online job platform Boss released its Q3 financial report, revealing 58 million monthly active users, a 6 million increase from late 2023. This surge reflects the desperation of job seekers struggling to find work, many of whom are potential victims of high-end employment scams. The rampant success of scams like high-end employment ultimately stems from the failures of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. A corrupt culture encourages people to seek shortcuts. Police negligence and complicity allow scams to flourish. China has effectively become a giant harvesting machine, where ordinary people are exploited at every turn by the system created by the CCP.